Hello everybody and welcome back to the Broken Wing Racing League. It is season 11 round 7 at Okayama for the Vees and Rays championship. I'm your commentator Jeff Lubich, and we've got just about 5 minutes left to practice until qualifying. We are going to go quickly over our race info and our track here. Weather, it's going to be a dry race. Sorry, 95% chance of rain, it says, so get some rain here tonight for this race. Probably start dry and halfway through we'll have some rain. We're doing the full course of Okayama International Circuit. And our race today is sponsored by SimMotion, GitHub, Rdoks, and Jevicky Insurance Group. We are going to take a quick look at our standings. I'm going to start with our race standings here. Pull them up on my own screen. We have Jason Chen, who is leading and won our first half of the championship. Daniel Barron is in P2. Close behind, just over 100 points behind, would be Tom Smith in P3. Lars, who is not with us tonight, he is away, I believe, on vacation. He is very close behind in P4. Angel Benelo Soto, you missed last race. He had some turmoil and ended up having a DNF. Ended up losing that 4th position in the standings to Lars. Kyle Strauss in P6. Michael Coate in P7. And Han in P8, Michael Othon in P9, Dave Palmer in P10, and we have Jason Chen again here. I don't know why. I believe that was for his V win, because he did race the V last week instead of the Ray. We will go to our V standings. We just have a couple minutes left here. Guido Marzucci is our leader by a comfortable margin, with Joshua Justice behind in P2, also comfortably sitting in P2 ahead of Rodrigo Toast in P3, who again has a comfortable lead over Ken Poulin in P4. We moved, and that's our top 4, the only ones in the thousands. There are most prominent runners, as you can tell. Also tell we only have 4 V's tonight, 9 Rays, so we'll definitely be watching more of the Rays tonight, but we will definitely check up on our V's as well. Ethan Orr is in P5, Jackson Chalik P6, Jason Greider P7, Chris Sousa P8, Parvinder and Ladder in P9. Only here for a few races, those gentlemen. Hopefully they'll be back for this second half of the season, because I know Parvinder and Ethan Orr are some strong drivers. Even Michelle Lynn and Brian Hansen are also some very strong drivers. They're all very strong drivers, so hopefully they all come back race in the second half of the season, as we are about to get ready for qualifying, and we will start our quali promo just before. And we are back here with qualifying. I'm going to throw up the track map with the initials. idea of where everybody is on track. It is our race out right now. I'm currently on board with Mark Foley. We'll move up on to Kyle Strauss, who is our leading Ray, who has Daniel Varon passing him on the outlap. So Daniel Varon is going to take that. There could be some communication in Discord about that. So we will move up to Daniel Varon. He is now our lead Ray. And it looks like all of our Rays are on the grid. If I'm not mistaken, we do have a V on track. So hopefully one of our admins are able to communicate to him that he should pull off and it is not his time to qualify. Hopefully he's able to not impede any of these drivers here. We are on board with Daniel Varon. Daniel Varon with an off track there, so this lap will not count. Sebastian here is not supposed to be here. Back to Kyle Strauss, who is on a hot lap. Angel Soto going off there. Just behind the grass. Sebastian has entered the pit lane, so that is good. He must have realized he's not supposed to be out there. So Kyle Strauss is going to cross the line here, and we're going to see our first representative time. Tom Smith, who just behind. It was a 1:38, and we've got the times. They're all rolling in now. Everybody's throwing in times. What do we got here? Who's after our first laps? We've got Jason Chen on with P1 with a 1:36.968. Mark Foley just a second behind with a 1:37. Michael Coate with a 1:38.4, 1.4 seconds behind. That is behind our leader. Daniel Varon looking like he's improving here on his time. Angel Soto with a fastest second sector out of anyone. See if he'll be able to just put a lap in, to be quite honest. Off track last lap, but nothing so far. Everything's looking clean for everyone on track. Daniel Varon's going to cross the line. I'm going to go P1. Ninja Soto is going to take that from him with 1:36.9. Mark Foley with 1:36.7. Mark Foley, a pro GT3 driver, coming in the Ray and showing them how it's done. We have 3, 4, 5 drivers in the 1:36s. Tom Smith in P5 with a 1:36.99. in with the fastest at anyone's second sector. Jason Chen with the fastest at anyone's first sector. Tom Smith with some personal first and second sectors here. Here what Tom Smith is able to put together. And that is a E1 for Tom Smith with a 136.5. Very impressive from Tom Smith there. Ethan Coyne just upgraded himself from P9 to P8. The 139.06. Tom Smith with a fastest anyone first sector. We will go on board here with Tom Smith, and we'll see how he attacks these corners here. He's about to cross the line here, see if he's able to improve on his time. Stretch his legs out even maybe a little bit more. It looks like he will go just a little bit quicker. Edward Lalonde. Highland. I'll get corrected later. Did not set a faster time there. Edward. Be looking to improve here on this one. Mark Foley. Also looking to improve. Daniel Varon. He's moving very quickly right now, with just 30 seconds left in qualifying for the Rays. He's coming to attack the last few corners here with a personal third best sector, or sorry, best sector out of anyone. This is looking like an extremely quick lap here from Daniel Varon. Most likely will take pole away from Tom Smith just as the time ends. And this will definitely be his last lap. It's Daniel Varon. Throws it up into P1 with a 136.1. We'll see if anyone else is able to. Mark Foley will just 2/10 behind. Unfortunately, Michael Coate. Is he able to improve? Not anywhere near, unfortunately. And that will be it for our Rays, as they are all off track. And we are now on to our Vees. Right on the last lap there, last seconds, Daniel Varon was able to take P1 away from Tom Smith. And then Mark Foley able to take P2 away from him as well. So Tom Smith in the last seconds there, going from P1 to P3 on the grid. And I stand corrected. When we were in practice, we had 4. It looked like it was 4 Vees. Now on my timing graph, it looks like we've got 6. One of them is still in the pits, and Craig Carroll. He might just be here as an admin. Yes, he might just be here only as an admin. So we have 5 Vees with us tonight. And Joshua Justice, who are on board with right now. Guido Marzucci, Rodrigo Toast, Ken Poulin, and Sebastiano Paschini. As all the drivers just getting ready to set their first lap. Take a look here. Some of these drivers' liveries. It is quite a long lap for these cars. The Rays is a 136, so the Vees is closer to a 2-minute lap. Not gonna lie, I didn't really look when I was in practice. Not 100% sure, but I'm gonna say it's around 2 minutes for the Vees. And Guido here, he's always run this livery. It's a nice livery. I like it. Joshua Justice. He's always had the blue, nice and simple. Nothing too busy is the word I was looking for. There we go, Toast. I think this might be a new one from him. I'm not too sure. I believe I've seen him in green before. What that is on the side there of the vehicle, but might be able to get a better look here. Not too sure, but looks good nonetheless. Ken Poulin. That's the standard. Love it. He's always run that one. Just kept it nice and simple. And get some times on the board now. Guido Marzucci with a 149.7. Rodrigo Toast with a 149.9. Ken Poulin 150. Joshua Justice 151.5. Guido there might have. No, Joshua Justice is too far ahead. I was gonna say maybe he benefited from some draft from Joshua Justice there, but he definitely did not. He's too far back. That is just the speed of Guido. As we can see down below there, he's sitting fastest first and second sectors out of anybody. That was not an off track for Joshua Justice. He's kept it clean there. He's getting ready to round the last few corners. He might have been doing some tire warming, but not too sure. As he is about across the line here. He might be trying to break some of the toe on Guido behind. Guido going to keep his P1 position. Will improve on that. But no one else able to improve on their times as of yet. Sebastiano has put in a time with a 1:52. We'll go with Ito behind here. Nobody seems to be improving on their times here in the Vees. It seems like the temperature and whatnot of the track is starting to come into effect, and I think the first few laps these drivers had was potentially their best. Here, Josh Rdoks is not going to improve, or will improve, but just slightly there on his time. Ito with a 1:50. Rdoks with a 1:50 as well. Ken Poole improved on his time there with a 1:50, but only by a tenth, going from 1:50.6 to 1:50.5. Just missed that. It just clicked off. Sorry about that. Just as that happened, I just happened to be clicking at the same time. It's just, yep. Ito is fine, clearly. It was Rodrigo Toast that was, I believe. Ken Poulin. Back to Guido here as he's about to cross the line. Fastest first and third sector out of anybody. Slow second, but still might be enough to just eke out his lead there. The fastest third sector. Yep. And a 1:49.4, going up 3/10 there from his last time. Sebastian Peschini would like to improve on his time. Ken Poulin. Do not believe he improved on his. We've got just 10 seconds left here qualifying. Guido and Josh, they both did cross the line before, so they do have time for one more. This will be Sebastian's final time crossing the line. So we'll see if he's able to improve out of P5. And unfortunately, I don't think he will. He did improve on his time, but not quick enough to get out of P5. Guido and Josh, I'm gonna say that they probably will not finish the lap. They'll probably just come right into the pits. Joshua Justice might stay out. Probably will stay out. He does want to improve. He's currently P4. On the grid. And a 5-car grid of the Vees. It's second last, so he's going to try and improve here. Guido into the pits as I thought. See if Joshua here is able to improve on his time. And he will improve on his time, but will not improve positions. But he will stay in that P4 slot. Get some fun donuts. We love those. A big advocate of the donuts. And we are going to get ready to go into the race here. I'm just going to get wait for my grid results to finalize and show up for me. We can go over the grid. Racing takes a little bit. Just look at the race info. Still 95% chance of rain. That's what this says. But yes, we're able to look at our results now. There we go. We're going to look at our results. And the Ray class, we have Daniel Varen in P1 and Mark Foley P2 in your front row. Tom Smith and Jace Chen on your second row. Angel Soto and Michael Coate on the third row, with Kyle Strauss and Ethan Coyne on the fourth row, with Edward Blonde bringing up the rear, P9. Guido Marzucci and Rodrigo Toast, they will be up in the front. It will be on the P1 with Guido and P2 Rodrigo. Second row of Ken Pula and Joshua Justice. And then you will have Sebastiano Paschini in P5 in the third row for the Vees. That is our grid for today. Gonna wait for everybody to grid. Just waiting on Jason Chen, and he is here. We are ready to rock and roll. It is a long turn down into turn one. Or long straight, sorry, down into turn one. Not long turn. Long straight into turn one. So we'll hopefully be able to see some good action there as we're going to get ready to go. Safety car is going to get going. Starting to get a gap to create here with Rays and the Vees behind. Good. Safety car is about to come in. Aaron is going to set the pace for us. Safety car in. Now it is on Daniel Varen, and he is going to go right now. Try and get a head start on some of these drivers. Everybody seemed to have gotten through there no problem. We'll go back to our Vees. Everything seems to be good over here. No turmoil there. Go back to our raise. Up through the hill. And come up to another. Here, Mark looking for the inside there on Daniel. Looking like he's going to make it stick, and he will. Jason Chen and Angel Soto. They're going to battle behind, just behind them as well. You got 2 wide of Ethan Coyne and Kyle Strauss. 3 wide here just up front. And it's Angel Soto is going to take that. That is a beautiful move there by Angel Soto. Big balls move there. The Mark Foley is being pushed wide by Daniel Varon and Jason Chen, taking that away from him. Absolutely getting swarmed there, Mark Foley is. He's going to try and fight back up the inside of Daniel Varon. Let's maybe make it stick. And Daniel Varon will have the inside again. And Mark's going to have to worry about Jason Chen now up on the inside. And Jason Chen's going to get Mark Foley as well. Mark going to try and get him back here on the front stretch. Tom Smith looked like he was going to make a move there, but he did not make it. Move, he held it just behind. Probably wise. Going to try and line it up for this next move here. Mark's still right up the chuff of Jason Chen. And Jason Chen also right up behind Daniel Varon. And just sort of not able to create a gap. These drivers are still in that draft. Oh, Mark almost looking like he was about to slide right into the back of Jason. We're getting a long straight here. Big draft from all these drivers. You can see if anyone's going to pull out. Anyone's pull out game strong today. Daniel Varon going to defend against Jason. Tom way on the inside. Might be able to take that away from Mark. Mark able to fight that back. Just ahead there. Daniel Varon getting a little bit out of sorts, but able to hold his P2 position. Let me go take a look at our Vees here. Ito Marzucci ahead there in P1. Argo Toast P2. Kempu in P3. Joshua Justice in P4. So far, no moves have been made in the V class. Everyone is holding station from when we started the race. Go back up here with our Ray class. Angel Soto, who is currently P1, up 4 positions. Doing great there. Daniel Varon looking like we try and make a move. Not almost side by side there. Jason Chen, Daniel Varon. Jason looking for a move up the inside. Gonna real deep there. Well, beautiful move there. And Mark Foley's gonna follow him through. Mark Foley might be able to also get by Jason. And it looks like oh, they're gonna go side by side now. Jason's gonna have the draft from Angel ahead. Just gonna help him. Oh, now Mark's got it because Angel's moved to the inside to defend. Keep it clean, 2 wide still. Fall back in line. Mark looking up that inside move there. Where was my mouse when I needed it to switch quickly over? Mark still looking to try and make that move at the inside. Will not make it stick. Angel's going to hold that P1s for now. Mark getting real aggressive there. Behind, Tom Smith is trying to get back on Daniel Varon. Daniel Varon down 3 positions. Tom Smith also down 2 positions. Back up to our leaders here. That is not a better camera. That one might be a better camera. Better for here, that is for sure. See if any move is going to be made here. Mark has a tighter line, much tighter line than Angel. We'll go on board here with Jason Chen. And you move. Lots of gravel there. Mark Foley made the move on Angel and is going to take P1 away. That was a good move from Mark that we got to see from Jason's perspective. Jason get in front row seat, and we are going to take advantage of his seat and get our own. As Angel making a move up the inside of Mark here, seeing if he's going to be able to make it stick going in the last couple corners. Mark wide into the gravel, not going to quick there, and Angel's going to take that position back as Mark goes wide. Mark's still in the draft. Good to try and make that outside move. Jason Chen to the inside though, so Mark has to be careful. Oh, and that's just a little off track there from Daniel Veron. Tom Smith is going to get by. Jason Chen is right on Mark. He's going to keep it ahead still. As Angel is trying to break the draft. Daniel trying to go to the inside, maybe break late. Mark to the outside. Oh, you're just waiting for something to happen with these three. You think some type of explosion or something is going to happen at some point. So far, nothing. And we are only on lap 5. We're not even 10 minutes into this race. And these 5 drivers are just going tooth and nail. Like, do they realize we've got still 30 minutes? 30, like, we got some time, boys. Don't kill yourselves or each other. But they can keep this up the whole time. I'm all for it. Absolutely all for it. Mark seeing if he's gonna try to shape up a move here. And he will make the move. Can you make it stick though? The next corner is a left-hander, and yep, fast left-hander, and that's gonna go to Angel. Mark's gonna try and keep suit, and ooh, he's right behind. We're gonna go up the inside here again, and he will. Jason Chen gonna try and follow Mark and stay in his draft. Might try and go 3 wide here. Angel dipping out. Almost 3 wide. All the battling these three are doing, they're allowing Daniel and Tom to keep up and might even be able to join the battle here. You have a 5-car fight for the lead. Angel going defensive there. Even though no one was going on the offensive, he was still going on the defensive. Take a quick look at our Vees to see where they are at on track. And they're just going up and through the hill. So we still have some time before our Rays catch up to them. Back to the Rays. Go down into turn 1 here. Mark not looking to make any move this time around. Just gonna hold behind. Try and get that inside here. Try and force Angel into some sort of mistake. Does not look like it happened. And they are gonna try and hold suit, saying that draft to see if some kind of move is able to be made going into this hairpin here. As we do see one V there of Sebastiano Pasquini. So Angel's going on the defensive to the inside. Mark looking on the outside. Jason looking to follow Angel on the inside, but not able to make it happen. Mark able to hold his P2 position for now. Edward Pland has had an incident down in P9. As our V driver there of Sebastiano Pasquini basically just drives off the track to get out of the way of our lead Ray drivers. We're gonna say he did that on purpose. If Mark is able to make a move here, Jason Chen is just that little bit too far back to try anything. I think Jason's gonna try and wait for the two ahead to battle. Again, Mark comes from the GT3 crowd, so he's gonna be a lot more aggressive and wanting to fight. For these Vees and Ray guys, they seem to know that this is a 45-minute race. There's a pit stop. It's not won quickly. Although GT3 is the same, but Mark looking to see if he can make the move on the outside. Not able to make it happen. Jason Chen has now gotten closer after that. We're now able to see some V's just ahead. If the Rays are lucky, those V's will be closer to that front straight once they try to make the pass, and it'll just be nice, easy, and simple for everyone involved. It might not be like that though. Angel might get held up just a little bit. As we're now starting to pass, that is Ito flying by into turn one. Past the camera. And it did not seem to impede our lead driver, and that is Mark Foley. That is Mark Foley with an incident there. Please, there was a horrible camera angle and timing on it. I wanted the chopper for that, and okay, yeah, big incident there. Big incident there. We're gonna go back on that. Let's just take a quick look here. As I said it earlier, something was going to happen here. It's just a little squirrely there from Mark, and just happened to send it just that little bit into Angel, and there's just nothing Jason could do. It was just wrong place, wrong time, just right into the side of Angel into the pit lane with a meatball. Jason and Mark A-okay. We've now got our leader of Daniel Varon and Tom Smith. We're just far enough back to not have to get involved with that incident. And Daniel Varon taking his P1 position back. Remember, he was our pole sitter, so he's just back where he started. Yeah, that is very unfortunate from what was our top three drivers. They were having an amazing race. Not too sure what happened there with Mark for him to get a little loss of control. We could see it there just before they made contact. Just looked like Mark Carr's just kind of snaked a little bit. Not sure why. Maybe it was just the gravel that was on the track there. Maybe it hit too much on the curb. Not too sure, but it's just that little wobble of the car that happened to send him out. And just, yeah, they were driving so close and with such precision that little wobble just happened to hit Angel, and Jason being right there behind the two of them in their draft. Nothing he could do, just wrong place, wrong time. Just, yeah, unfortunate for those three. But we continue. We keep going. There's still 30 minutes left of this race. It's not over. As we look here at our V category, Ken Poulin and Joshua Justice still in the same position of one in front of the other, but Rodrigo Toast had an incident at some point and is now just behind the two. Clearly not a big incident, just a small little oopsie daisy, and he's able to stay with the two ahead, but no moves have been made here, as looks like Ken Poulin is about to go into the pits. That is a bold move from Ken Poulin, as we are only 16 minutes into this race, not even halfway. So that is an early stop for sure. Maybe he forgot to fuel from qualifying. I'm not too sure on that one. Big mover though. Ethan Coyne up 5 positions as he's just kept it clean. Very simple. Just kept it clean. You can see Jason Chen behind there without a nose cone from the ramming incident, but wasn't his fault. Said it before, I'll say it again. Wrong place, wrong time. Otherwise, everything is looking good. The lead for the Rays is a close one. Got about a second gap between the two here. That would be Angel Soto just ahead of these drivers in P9. Still on the same lap. Try not to get unlapped, but as Daniel and Tom eat closer, Angel will most likely have to move out of the way for the leaders. Unless he's able to keep ahead and potentially even just pull away, but he's getting into their draft, and these cars are very draft dependent, the Rays and the Vees, so once you're in it, you get a lot of speed, and almost game over for the car ahead to try and pull away. As we had a position change for P4, Mark Foley on Jason Chen. Mark Foley with a not so damaged car, and Jason Chen with a very damaged car. It would be an easy pass for Mark. And that's P4 for Mark, as Jason Chen is going to come into the pits and get those get that front nose cone fixed of his. Here are their Vees. We'll have to see when Josh Justice Rodrigo Toast come into the pit lane, see if Ken Poulin made the right decision to pit on lap 9, or if it was the wrong decision, or if it was potentially a mistake of just not having enough fuel in the car. We'll only know for sure at the end of the race. Edward Blond is also coming into the pit lane right now. Jason Chen is on his way out. Just saw for a brief moment there on the right hand side of the screen. We'll take a look at our leader, Yuto Marzucci in the V. Bit of a lonely race here. He's got a near 10-second gap to P2 and 3 behind. Nice little Sunday drive for Guido. We're nearing the halfway mark of the race. Mark Foley is caught up to Ethan Coyne. He's going to try and make a move here, take that P3 away from Ethan Coyne. Ethan Coyne goes wide. Going to go side by side, and he's going to hop into the draft of Mark. Mark taking that P3 back from Ethan. Back to the podium is Mark. Only one position down from where he started. Start P2, so from his incident to now being about 10 minutes. It's good recovery. Good recovery. See if Jason Chen is able to make a similar recovery along with Mr. Benilla Soto. He's able to make a recovery. Now, Angel, he had a meatball, so he will be working extra hard to try and get back up into contention. But as he's just been passed by Daniel Barron, I'm going to find it much harder for him to get into contention. If he can, I think his goal would probably to get back into the P5-6 range. I think that's also doable for him. He's a quick driver. He'll definitely be able to put it together and keep it clean and make it work. Here with Kyle Strauss. Up one position. Started P7. Up to P6 right now. Just a little bit in no man's land. 10 seconds ahead and about 20 seconds back. So it's just hanging out. Go with here. Back to our Vees. This is our closest battle on track so as of right now of Rodrigo Toast and Joshua Justice just ahead in the blue V. Probably throw up the battle box for this one. Battle for first in class, but we'll call it battle for second. Guido is very far ahead. Let's see if he's able to make a move here. Don't think he will. He seems to be just a little too far back, and yeah, he's already decided a long time ago he was not going to attack on that one. So we have a Ray trying to make their way around. Edward Blonde. Oh. Edward going just a little off track there. Rodrigo Toast just under half a tenth behind, but not able to make a move still. Unfortunate. But he's just biding his time, playing the long game. You know? It's not like those rays that we're battling like this is a sprint race or something. We're playing the long game. Playing it smart, playing it slow and steady wins the race. Go over with take a look. I'm just gonna take a look at Jason Chen. After his incident, the ray is fixed. Everything's looking good. And he seems to be making progress on the driver ahead of Kyle Strauss. We've got Daniel Veron, Tom Smith, Mark Foley, Michael Cote, and Kyle Strauss all in the pit lane. So we're going to go take a look here at this and see what's going on as we are past the halfway mark by about 4 minutes. As Daniel's coming in, Tom Smith is out as well. Mark Foley is now on his way out. Jason Chen passing by everybody as he pitted on lap 12. So Jason Chen getting the undercut on Mark Foley there, and getting right back into contention with Tom Smith and Daniel Veron. Kyle Strauss is coming into the pit, coming out of the pits right now, with Angel rounding the other corner, so Kyle will be able to get out in no issue. Guido is also coming into the pits now. As Joshua Justice continues, but Rodrigo Toast comes in. Just taking a look here at our rays, and they've got an okay gap to each other so far. Nothing too egregious from one to another. We will take a look at Ken Poulin, see if he's able to see if his pit on lap 9 will work out for him, as Rodrigo Toast is now coming out of the pit lane. Will we see Ken Poulin pass by us? Oh, it's going to be close. There goes Ken just beside, and they're going to go side by side in the turn 1 here. Oh, Ken looking to try and make the move. He's going to try and keep it sticked in. They go side by side through that corner. Staying side by side, giving lots of room side by side as well. Oh, we're getting close there. And I think that will be that. Joshua Justice all the way out here in P1 has not pit yet. Our only driver actually on track to not pit. So we'll see if his overcut works for him against Rodrigo Toast and Ken Poulin or not. Tom Smith, Daniel Veron, after the pit stops, the gap has closed up. See if Daniel Veron is able to try and stretch out his legs a little bit more. Jason Chen, after getting Mark Foley in the pit lane, Mark Foley not looking like he's able to reel Jason Chen back in. Seems to be running at roughly the similar pace. Last lap for Mark Foley. We'll go take a little second here as Joshua Justice is getting ready to come out of the pit lane. There you go. Toast and Ken Poulin are crossing that final line. Joshua Justice full on the gas as these two drivers back here way behind. Joshua Justice making the right move to go as long as possible, and capitalizing on the overcut big time. Big time there. It is now a massive gap from Joshua Justice. There you go. Toast Ken Poulin. You remember they were just half a tenth behind each other before the pit stops, and then now look at it, 5 seconds. Big brain play from Joshua Justice. Very well done. Tom Smith looking like he's gotten a little closer there, only half a tenth behind Daniel Varon. And if these two start to battle, that will allow Jason Chen to catch up, which would also then allow Mark Foley to catch up. And we've got our 4 of the 5 drivers from the beginning of the race battling out once again. We'll see if that is the case. First, we need the 1 and 2 to battle out. Go to our battle box and go on board here with Tom Smith. Looks like Daniel was defending that inside there. I didn't think Tom was close enough behind yet to try and make a move, but I guess Daniel thought otherwise. Seemed to kind of lost the back of him here. Might have even lost the draft. Going down into this front straight. Might not be the strongest spot on the track there for Tom, but he seems to be making up time here on Daniel in these sectors. So I'm gonna say Tom is stronger on these sectors here, and Daniel is quicker on sectors in the back half of the track. That corner, I find you can take it in a few different lines and still be quick. You can go out wide in, hit the apex and go wide again, or you can kind of stay out wide, or the camber of that corner really helps you just kind of have a lot of speed through a lot of different lines. It creates really good racing, as we saw earlier throughout the race. And also, it's just a fun corner to drive in general. For myself, when I decide to drive. Jason Chen is starting to catch up to our 2 drivers ahead. His last lap time was 136.4. We take a look at Tom Smith. It was 136.8. Was his last. And then Daniel Barron, 136.7. So Jason Chen, just a few tenths quicker. With 136.3 there. Mark Foley, 136.3 as well. So Jason Chen, Mark Foley running at that same pace of the low 136s with Tom Smith and Daniel Barron running at the higher 136s. With 10 minutes left to go in this race, we will see those two catch, those two, and being Jason Chen, Mark Foley, catching up. Michael Coate has made a move on Ethan Coyne. We will take a look at that. And yeah, that move happened from an incident, unfortunate, with Ethan Coyne having an off track there. Just a spin. Back here with Tom Smith in P2. Angel Soto has made a move on Kyle Strauss. Go back and take a look at that quickly. It seems to be down into turn 1. Got the draft, take that inside line. Makes it stick. Keeps it ahead. And Angel Soto able to still keep it ahead. Kyle Strauss, looking to make a move now. Down this back straight. Angel seemed to get a little bit out of sorts there. Kyle's going to look to go up the inside. To outbrake Angel as well. Patrick Starr is going to take the position back from Angel. It was a good move there from Kyle Strauss. See if he's able to keep it ahead. And will not, unfortunately, as Angel is going to take the position right back away. Seems like Kyle just went a little wide there. And kind of just gave it back to Angel. And we'll have to try and take that position back again. No move is being made into first corner. I'm gonna go to Tom Smith and Jason Chen, P2 and 3. Jason Chen looking to make a move here. I think Tom Smith just got a little out of sorts. Jason Chen gonna capitalize on that, and it looks like he will. Jason Chen gonna make the move and take P2 away from Tom Smith. Jason Chen going from just complete unfortunate bad luck and has turned it back into a P2 and looking to hunt down P1, potentially even take P1 from Daniel Barron. Daniel Barron just to keep it clean. He's just got 6 minutes left to go, and he's got this victory in the bag. That is a yellow flag for Angel Soto. There was a move made here with Kyle Strauss on Angel Soto. Just to move to the inside. Whoops. Go live. Back with Jason Chen here, as he's got Tom Smith behind. Mark Foley looking to try and join back up into the mix. He did regain a podium position, but he lost it again once he was passed by Jason Chen in the pit lane. Jason's mighty undercut, pitting on lap 12, everyone else pitting on lap 16. Mark Foley setting a fastest lap there. That is actually the fastest lap of the section, the 136.2. Ooh, just a little wide there from Jason Chen, which will probably allow Tom Smith to catch up. And it will. And Tom Smith is going to look to go up the inside and will go up the inside. Dive in late. And Jason Chen, just a little bump up the back. Nothing too serious. Mark Foley is going to take advantage of that, though. And right into P3 is Mark Foley, and going to be in the draft of Tom Smith and pull out of the draft of Tom Smith. Look up the inside for another move here. And get to that inside. Will most likely make it stick. Jason Chen going to try and follow Mark Foley through. Don't think he's going to be able to make that one happen, though, as Tom is holding that inside line. Says Jason is ahead, but Tom, again, still has an inside line. Jason is able to just outbreak him on the outside. Does a good move by Jason. Very well done. Nice and clean. Jason able to keep a podium position in P3. Tom Smith going from P2 down to P4. Very unfortunate for him. Mark Foley up to P2 from P4 himself. So, and look at all of these V's. And there's Daniel Varen, a V. Seem to be getting in the way of each other. Everything seems to be going clean now. Mark Foley is caught right back up to Daniel Varen, who had a good lead, but I think he was slowed up by those V's, unfortunately. Go up here with Mark Foley, as he's got just a few minutes left until we are at the end of the race. So he's just got a few attempts here to try and make this move on Daniel Varen. And Varen's going to try and keep the inside line for the maximum defense. Mark going to look to the outside, though. Daniel slowly moving his way back up to the middle, trying to get a better exit. Mark right up behind him. Mark looking around the outside. I don't think he's going to make that one happen, though. Tried to switch back up the inside. Oh, just pushed a little wide, though. But, and up the inside. Oh, Mark's up the inside now. You can see how he makes this one stay. We'll make it stick. Into the final corner. That was a good move from Mark there. I was not expecting a move there. I don't think Daniel Varen was expecting one there either. But it happened, and Mark made it happen. Daniel Varen right along the inside. Gonna try and outbreak. See if Mark will try and outbreak or try the switchback. He will try the switchback. It will not work. Daniel's gonna keep that. Jason Chen is now just behind. We are back to our 4-car battle. Tom Smith just behind. I'm sure he'll get right back into this. We've just got a couple minutes left. And boys, don't crash now, but race as hard as you can. It is almost over. As they go side by side, Mark and Daniel, and Jason Chen just in the draft, and Tom Smith in the double draft. Looking to go 3 wide. We are going to go 3 wide now. And Daniel's going to try and push Jason to the inside, and oh, we're going to dive deep. Oh, just making it through. Jason Chen, very good on the brakes there, not to get Daniel. Daniel, oh no! Daniel Varen off into the grass and just lost control into the side of Mark Foley. Very unfortunate. We were gonna go. Daniel Varen has got himself a black and meatball flag, black and orange, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. He's got a meatball, so that takes him out, and we'll probably have to go right into the pit lane. Mark Foley is going to keep his P3 position. He got right back out on track there. Tom Smith, who's just behind Jason Chen, and I don't think he's going to be able to catch now. I'm gonna lie, his best chance there of stealing a win here, Tom, was if that accident took out all three of them. Not that Tom isn't quick enough. It's just Jason has shown that he is much quicker here, over 1 lap pace. And right now that is what is going to take him to the victory without having to battle anyone ahead. If those 2 cars, even if they didn't clunk out and it was just a 4-way battle, Tom had a much better chance of stealing one here. He might be able to stay in the draft though, and maybe try a last lap move, but we are on white flag. This will be the last lap. So if nothing can be done here, then nothing will be done at all. And Daniel Varen, he did stay out even with the meatball, so he's just going to finish the last lap under white flag best he can. He doesn't seem to be losing too much time to Michael Coe in P5, so meatball, but clearly not that big of a meatball. As we're getting ready to pass the checkered flag, Jason Chen, I think he's going to hold it, and he will take P1. Very well done, Tom Smith. Let's take P2. There goes Angel into the wall. Guido here. Let's see if there's any other battles on track. We've got Ken Poulin and Rodrigo Tos. Ken Poulin just ahead as we're going to come into the final corner here. See if Ken is able to try and get past him just on the line. We'll see if the draft is strong enough for him. I don't think it will be. I think this will go to Rodrigo. And it will go to Rodrigo. Rodrigo taking that final podium position. Ken just in P4 there. As the rest of our drivers ready to cross the line with Kyle Strauss. Cross the line here into P7. And then we've got Edward Pilland crossing the line P8. Sebastian Baskin also just crossed the line there. Take P5. That was our jam-packed race. Lots and lots of action in the race. Our Vees, they also had some good action, but no, it was definitely a Ray action-packed race today. Absolutely insane. We have the winner of Jason Chen and Guido Marzucci. See if I can get either of them. Jason Chen is there, and Guido is not in chat yet, but I will pull in Jason. Pull in Jason. Yes. As we've got Jason Chen here, winner of the Ray category. You started in, it was P5, P4, and just some turmoil and absolutely insane race. Describe it from your end.
Oh, hello. I didn't realize this was being streamed. I was thinking to myself, it's like, why is it the ones where we have really good battles, the ones that are not streamed? But I guess that was not true.
No, that was definitely not true. I was definitely here streaming today.
Okay, nice. Thank you. It was, it was a really hectic race. Like there were maybe 5. I started 4th, and Angel somehow like took the lead into the hairpin.
Yeah.
Like 3 wide, braked really late, somehow like made a stick. No, like I knew it was a 45-minute race, and because I know how long or how many incidents even the 20-minute official race has often. Like I just knew that, and with the nature of these cars, how like you make contact and wheel contact and you just get sent flying. I just tried to. I didn't really want to fight because we all had similar pace. It's not like we were being held up. We're probably within like 2-3 tenths of pace,
Yep.
which is easily within the draft. Like you can stay in the draft pretty comfortably with that pace difference. So I at first then tried to save fuel kind of once I was in the third, and Daniel Varen behind and fourth also didn't really put too much pressure on me, so I had a little bit of space to lift and coast a little bit. But Mark was fancying a fight. He was really enjoying side-by-side battles, and he looked up. He had looked up the inside of Angel, turn 2, and tagged him. They spun, and then I was like right behind. I didn't really know what to do, and I saw that Mark spun towards the inside, and I knew I didn't have the grip to go left, so I went right. But that's where Angel spun towards.
Yeah.
As in real life, I just a bit self-reflection. I think in real life, if you're driving a real car in real life, like I would have braked first. And a survival technique sometimes doesn't work out in the sim. I steered and then braked when I was like, oh no, there's a car in front of me, but it's a bit late. So it's something I need to work on to maybe could have avoided contact there if I braked first.
Yeah. But yeah, from our looking back on it, like I did the whole chopper look on it, and it looked it was just wrong place, wrong time type of. Even if you did break, it was just one of those things where it just didn't really matter
Like,
kind of what you did. It was like
kind
of bound to.
I think I had
It's
2
just
cars
unfortunate.
behind me.
Yeah.
As well, and I was probably worrying a bit too much about them rear-ending me, but my first priority should be avoiding the cars in front. Like if I braked first, then I would have bought myself like maybe a split second more, and then maybe I had a chance to see that there was a gap between Angel and Mark's spinning cars that I could have gone through the middle.
Yep.
But that's only if I slow down first. So yeah, probably want to do that more in the future. But after that, I T-boned Angel, and that gave him meatball, and didn't give me meatball, but gave me a lot of damage. Front nose cone was gone, and was like I later like right before, like I kind of stayed out a few more laps so that I could pit on the beginning of the pit window on fuel and be able to go to the end. And those right before I pitted, like Mark overtook me, and I was in his draft, and I was still losing. That's how bad the aero damage was. But I had a really good pit stop. Like on the pit end, I braked really late before the pit line, and then braked down to like 58k, which is only like 2k below the pit speed limit. And
Yeah,
like
you're
at the pit entry line, and then accelerate back up to 61 because iRacing allows you to be like 1k faster than the speed limit. So that was pretty much
we saw
pretty much
the
perfect in free.
Yeah, we saw the pit lane. Your pass there, basically pit lane pass on Mark. Saw you.
Yeah,
Just that 4 laps earlier was on lap 12. Everyone else came in lap 16, and yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, it's something I'm gonna have to look out for when everyone else comes in. I'll see where Jason is able to pull in. Yeah, no, it was a beautiful strategy because he came right out ahead of Mark, and it brought you right back into contention even after everything that happened before.
yeah. I also only took 10 liters of fuel. Others probably took a bit more, but probably factored into the undercut working out as well. It was really close though. I had to save like 0.2 laps, and I spluttered coming out of the final turn. Tom almost got me.
Yeah.
On strategy, I think probably would have been more optimal if I pitted one lap earlier. It would have the fuel tank would have only had room for maybe like 9.8 liters, so I would have had to save like 0.2 more. But I think with the damage I was carrying, it was costing me maybe 1.5 second a lap. It maybe would have been better to pit one lap early and have to fuel save an extra 0.2 liters, but it was kind of close. I don't know.
Yep. No, that's yeah.
Yeah, and then I tried to catch up to Daniel and Tom in first and second. We closed down the gap somewhat, but then they realized that I was closing in, so they stopped fighting.
Yeah.
And I was trying to push really hard to get into their draft so I could then save fuel after that. But I think Tom got a slowdown towards the end of the lap, and then he kind of slowed a lot in this penultimate turn just to serve the slowdown. I wasn't expecting it.
Yep.
Or something like that.
It was either
it kind of cost. I was thinking that was going to cost me a chance of the lead, and then Mark did pass me. He had a slightly more pace, and then I decided to really need to get past Tom at that point. So I could be behind Mark. I was thinking if I didn't fight hard now, if Tom, like Mark was probably gonna run away, and then I was only fighting for third. So I fought really hard with Tom to get past. Normally, I don't try to hang around the outside on those two turns, on the revolver or pipe or whatever.
Yeah, but you went. Yeah, I remember that. You went real hard into the corner, into the turn. Almost went right into the back of Tom and really slowed down. And Mark was able to just keep his momentum and go. I'm just gonna go right by you too.
That was really sketchy. I had a big oversteer on the braking to try to brake late and not let him get the inside. Yeah. That was I was thinking it's gonna be, if I don't get this move done, it's best place is third. But then on the second and last lap, I think Mark and Daniel had an off, and then he came back on track and had a tangle with Mark.
His off he just lost control on the off, and he just started to spin, and the spin brought him kind of back towards the track, and it ended up hitting Mark in the process.
Yeah, and Mark said he thought I might have gone to his left, so he didn't dare to go too much left. But I only went left to kind of avoid them. I didn't really want to fight there then because I still needed to save fuel. So I was just trying to stay close behind them, but not actually involved in their fight. But they tangle, and I had no choice but to lead, which is good, but also Tom half a second behind me, and I still had to save fuel.
Yeah.
So I tried to sneakily save fuel a bit on the final lap, but still had splattering to the line. But it worked out in the end. It was really close.
Yeah, no, it did work out in the end, and yeah, like no, it was a well done strategy, and even after everything that happened, you're able to adapt and still get the win. Like crazy. Like I was looking at the standings, and it's just unbeatable. It's like you and Guido.
A few weeks later, this half season towards the end, I'll be going on a trip, so
I'll get to talk to someone else.
Do my best. Yeah.
No,
all right, I've been going on for long enough. I'll interview you.
Yeah. No. All in all, it was a good race by you, and we'll see you next week. Good win.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we also have Guido Marzucci, who is our winner from the V category. Guido, you're out there kind of just on your own. How was it? How was your Thursday night drive?
I wasn't expecting that because I knew that I was a bit faster than the other tonight on this track
Yep.
because of the practicing and the qualifying times. I was a few tenths faster than the others. I knew that, but I didn't expect a race like this one because it's not so easy on this track
Hmm.
to break the draft.
Yep.
So I thought they would just stay in line behind me, saving fuel, and try to do something at the pit stop. But at the end of the backstretch, I think Ken sent it too wide into the airpin, which really doesn't work there.
Yep.
And suddenly I was more than a second ahead of
Yep.
everyone else, and from there it was just try to stay focused and yeah, and uh, drive my pace.
Yep.
I knew that driving my pace. I learned my lesson from last week where where I made a mistake in the pit lane. So I had the doubt about 6 or 7 liters to put. I was thinking about it entering the pit lane, and when I realized I was too fast, it was too late.
Yep.
So I really threw away the win that way. But this week I said, okay, I learned my lesson. I took the pit entry very easily, and I had the margin to not to uh, have any doubt on the fuel. I just put 1 liter more than suggested to be sure because I had the margin to do that, and yeah, it was that. I enjoyed the battle between the race on the second to last lap. I saw the crash from a privileged position. I was right behind them. The crash between Mark and I think it was Daniel,
Hmm.
the other one.
Yeah.
And
I'm
yeah,
now
they were
thinking about it.
fighting.
Yeah, you were right there. I'm now thinking about it. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
there was one V just kind of just there when these
yeah,
things were happening. It was always you.
I, I,
Now that I think about
I
it.
wa- I was there and I was on the backstretch. I had a blue flag, so I looked at the mirror and I saw these 4 rays like blasting through the backstretch. And I say, okay, I will just stay here
Yeah.
on a side. I will lift and I will let them go and just take a bit of margin because they was going to go 3 wide into the airpin, and
Yeah.
so uh, yeah, I was more worried about someone spinning and staying in the middle of the track
Yep.
than anything else. So I just took a bit of margin from them, and yeah, but it was a fun race. It's always a fun race. Unfortunately, it was a bit lonely
Yep.
tonight, but I take it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's
A win's a win, right? So,
yeah.
but
Wins a win, and I don't know if they tried behind if they tried to work together to try to close the gap in the first laps. But if they did it, it didn't work tonight. I think I had the pace to do the job. This is one of my favorite tracks. Is one of the tracks where I'm more comfortable in. I say I'm quite fast on this track, so I was really in my on my spot. This was my cup of tea, and thanks to what happened on the first lap, it was easier than I expected.
yeah. No, I was kind of expecting it to be similar to last week where you did have a better pace than everyone, but they just kept it in that draft. But no, that sometimes it just doesn't happen. And yeah, uh,
Yeah, that they
lucky for
worked
you.
together
That's
last week.
yeah.
Last week they were working together and they
Yep.
were working in a very good manner because and that's why I was concerned about the pit stop, how much fuel to put, because I didn't want them to get back into the
Yep.
draft after the pit stop.
Yep.
And yeah, today it was it was just different. So I had the chance to really take it easy on the pit stop, and as I said, I learned my lesson.
Yep. No, that's yeah. All in all, it was a good race, and yeah, it's good that you learned your lesson from last week because yeah, you got able to get the win this week. Yeah, I know it was. I was just hoping for more V's, and that's all.
Yeah. Tonight there was a newcomer. I
Yep.
never saw him, Sebastiano,
Yeah. Never
which is
seen him
he
before,
has
but
clearly Italian origins. I don't know if he's Italian. The name and the last name are Italian. So
it sounds
I
very
don't think
Italian to me.
yeah. So I don't know if he's Italian in the US, or if he's from Italian parents or descendants.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good to see new people.
Yes.
We need new people in the Vees to make it even more exciting. As I
Yeah.
said the last time, it's a wonderful league, wonderful people. The format it's unique. You won't find anything like this everywhere else. So yeah, I hope that from here to the end of the season we will have at least 3, 4 more V's on track to race with us.
Yeah. No, I hope so as well. And it kind of just showed, like, even just the looking at the raise and just having the 9 to 8 raise, like how well like that racing was. So we don't even need that many. And honestly, yeah, it's good. It'll be good. I'm sure we'll get more. We'll keep having more
Yeah, I'm sure this is
boosting and
very good league.
yeah. No, again, thank
So
you for
thank you
joining
for having
me.
me.
And oh yeah, it was a very good win today again. And yeah, we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now that is the end of our race and our stream for tonight. Just gonna go over some of the things that's up for the rest of this week. So we've got for the rest of this week, there is the Richard Burns Rally. They are at they're in France this week. This is week 1 for this week. They're in France. Yep. So you have Richard Burns Rally. Get on it. We've got a couple days left because that will be done noon on Monday. If you don't have Richard Burns Rally, it's free. There's a video to you download it. Super simple. And if you need any more help with it, just hop in the league, RBR General, and throw your questions in there. Anyone be happy to help. And then Sundays we got the GT3. They are racing Mexico City. Yeah, Mexico City, just a normal race, 45 minutes, nothing too crazy. That being said, thank you for joining me tonight. Next race is at VIR, and I think it's just gonna be a normal VIR race. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and have a good night.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.